Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Scroft here. We're back on Corp Farms. We're going to carry on. Hopefully by the end of this episode, we're going to buy a lot of stuff. Hopefully expand out the fields. We've had some hopes and dreams, and yeah, we're doing really well at the moment. So hopefully by the end of this episode, we can do that. But before that, I just want to point out a few things. First thing is to all the members, big shout out to you guys. I really do appreciate your support. So thank you to everyone for YouTube that supports me and everyone at Ko-fi as well. I really do appreciate everyone moving over to Ko-fi because it really does help support me a lot more. So big shout out to you guys. I am going to be updating the board soon. So if you're a relatively new member and your name's not on the board, keep an eye out and it will be on there soon. I also want to mention about a DLC that's coming out on Monday. If everyone's heard of it, it could potentially be the last DLC on Farming Simulator 22. I don't know if that's for certain. I am pretty much guessing there, but yeah, the production pack is going to be available on Monday. So if you're interested in getting that or grabbing that DLC and you want to support the channel, you can use my code Scroft by getting that. No extra cost to anyone. It just helps support me and the channel. Yeah, it's just kind of flying the Scroft flag, and hopefully in the future I can do more preview content of DLC of Giants software content. So it could be like future games, future DLCs and stuff like that. That's what it really means when content creators say it helps support the channel, just because it means that we, can showcase more off to you. And finally, I just want to quickly point out a new multiplayer server that we've got running in the Discord. So if you're interested in joining and playing with a lot of like-minded players, it's a good laugh so far. A lot of teamwork going on as well. We've kind of gone onto a map where there's not as many farms, even though you are capable of going off and building your own farm on it. But yeah, it's nice because there's about 4 farms, so it's encouraging teamwork. A lot of people have enjoyed it so far, and we kind of reached out to everybody and put a load of polls out to ask what you guys want in the server. So yeah, hopefully this is going to go down a treat, and so far it looks that way. So if anyone's interested in joining that, please feel free to do that. It doesn't cost any money. It's not like closed off to members or anything. It's open to all, anyone that wants to join. Just join the Discord server. I'll put our link in the video description, the Discord, and I'll link the production pack as well in there. So if you feel free to either go and support the channel through the DLC or join the Discord to jump onto the multiplayer. Me and Beanie do try and get on as much as possible, so I think we are planning on getting on next week and joining in and probably being VC as well. So yeah, feel free to join and yeah, come and have a laugh. Right, so let's get on with the episode then. Big things have happened. I did say in the last episode I was going to progress time quite a bit, and I did that. We actually sold all them bales, sold the silage bales, and we got 250,000. And we've actually now gone to the next time we're going to sell the third cut. So I've been quite busy in the background. I sold all the bales from the second cut of silage. I then fertilized the ground, progress time, chopped again for the third cut, baled it all off, and we're at that point now where we need to pick up the bales. So there's going to be a lot of selling in this episode because it is that brilliant time at the end of the year where we start selling stuff. But I think the best thing to do first is go into our finances and actually have a look so you can see what's gone on. So I think it was about July time. Yeah, it was. It was around July time that we sold the straw bales. So that would have been, but then again, we got more from the straw bales there. So I don't know if that's something different. We got about 70-something thousand, didn't we, from the straw bales? I'm not sure now. Might have been 50. But we got 251,000. That's what I got from all that grass silage. And that just shows with the price increasing, it's gone from like around 200 and something to 250, which is such a lot of money. We're going to get another 250,000 now, and it is around the best time to sell silage. I think December, January is, but it's still a very good price, so worth doing. And also got a lot of money from selling milk. You can see the price kind of fluctuates, but it's not too far off from each other. And I think now's the actual best time to sell milk. So we're doing really well for milk. Running costs and all that stuff is not too bad. But what I want to point out is animals. All the animal pens now are maxed out. So I've got 500 sheep in the big sheep pen. I think it's about 70 in the smaller sheep pen. That's all maxed out. Chickens are maxed out. The only thing that's not maxed out is the cows. And I did sell a couple of bulls as well. So I think I had 3 bulls. And I decided to sell them because we're just kind of wanting milkers in there. But you can see I've got 11,460 because they're just automatically selling because there's no room for them. So we're actually getting good money from just selling animals. You can see it jumped up a lot into August, September and October. And that's because the sheep in that big pen are maxed out. So we're getting a lot from that. So that's a nice little extra bit of income. It really is. So we're doing well. We're at 428,000. I did say I wanted around 650. We're going to hit that really easy. We're going to get another 250,000 now. If we go into our stock checker, when it's done its save, you can see the eggs are November. We're right at the end of October, day 3. We're going to progress into the start of November, sell the eggs after the silage. We're then going to progress all the way into January time. I'd say January. Depends when the best time to sell is, but what we want to make sure we do is sell this dry wheat. And then we'll see what kind of money we've got at the end of selling the wheat and the silage and the eggs. And at that point then we can buy all the fields we need and see how much money we've got left, because I really want to upgrade our harvesters. I think it's about time. With everything else we've got, the tractors and the upgraded trailer and what we're planning on doing with the big harvest, I think it's about time we upgrade. And I was looking at our harvesters right now. We've got 2. One of them's a cheap kind of version of a class. The other one's a really good class, but it's got a few scrapes on it. It's been used. I was thinking of getting 3. I don't even know if that's possible, but 3 decent harvesters. We're talking like, I don't know, maybe 900,000. I'd love to get all 3 and sell the 2 that I've got and progress through. It's a bit of an ask, and I know it's a leap from where I originally wanted to do, which is just buy a 3rd harvester, which we're easily going to be able to do. But I think we want a better harvester with more capacity and also a bigger header, because I think, with the field that we're doing now, I think it justifies it. But it's all about money. But what I've done is not predicted how well I was going to do. I've kind of downplayed it, because we're at 450,000 now around. We're going to get another 250 on top. Then we've got 75,000 there from the eggs. Not taking into account, we're at 99 score on environmental. So everything's going to be 15% on top. And then to top it off, we've got an extra 200,000 coming from wool in May time. So this is going to be around the perfect time for when we need another harvester. So we don't have to buy all 3 now. We could buy an extra few. We could buy 1 or 2 now and then buy the last one when it gets close to needing to harvest. We could even probably do a cut of silage. Depends when everything falls in place. And then we've even got fabric. Well, not fabric. We've got clothes to sell in May. So we've even got an extra. It looks like we've got 300,000 coming in May alone. So that's a harvester in itself. So we'll see what we can do. We'll definitely see what we can do. But let's get cracking on with this and get some of the bales sold. That's the main thing to do. It's going to take a little bit of time. We'll get it done. There's a lot of bales again. Got to fertilise this field as well. But we're not going to flap about with that in this episode. I have been looking as well for a few UK maps. I've got a couple on my list. Moss Valley. I've got Fairhead. Whoop, that was a bit of a bad turn. I don't know what's going on there. I'll have to just nudge that bale now. Yeah, I've got a few. I've even been looking at Meadow Grove as well, because I know Nathan released it on his Discord, but it's kind of a beta, so it's not up to scratch, let's say, at the moment. But I really do want to do a UK realistic playthrough on that replaces this Court Farm. But I'm up for trying something new, because I've played on Court Farm, it feels like, for a while. And when we're doing the Farmland series, I think it's about time that I try something else out. And I really enjoyed Valley Spring as well. So so worst case scenario, we could do that. But I think it is about time we move over to something new. But it's finding the right map. It's difficult. It is difficult to do. So if anyone's got any recommendations, I'd appreciate if you could throw them into the comment section. I'll add them to my list. I'll check out what's the best option. I might even put a bit of a vote out on the channel to see what everyone thinks. Definitely going to do a UK map and realistic style playthrough as well.
No matter what they call it, no matter what they want it, they don't know there's no way they'll ever get it. Wind just blows, but we keep on standing. We'll call it whatever that we want it. Don't you know there's no way they will ever get it? Wind just blows, but we keep on standing, standing.
I've finished selling the silage bales. We've now progressed into November. We're going to focus on selling the eggs now, but we're sitting at 748,000. Incredible. Incredible. We actually got 280,000 from bales, but then we've got 41,000 from miscellaneous. I don't know if that is... I think it might actually be from the precision farming, because you can see we're getting it each time. So it's like 320,000 pounds from them silage bales. That's incredible. It really is. We're making money again from selling animals. So yeah, it's gonna be incredible the amount of money we actually end up with here. But let's have a look at this. So we've got 2,520, that's the max price, but we're over the max price. Farmers market. Let's have a look just to see. Let's have a look just to see where the best price. I know it says that. See, town stores is the worst, which is the closest one. Typical. Typical. Furthest away, farmers market and garden centre. That's not too far away, though. That's only up the road. I think we should try and sell it there. 2,570 isn't too bad. Let's go back there. I do try and press tag place, but it never actually works for some reason. But I'm sure that is pretty much just where George gets his donuts from.
Bloody true story, that is, I'm telling you.
So let's take all the eggs there, because they're going to go to good use. They're going to go to George and his and his crazy donut addiction.
You cheeky bugger.
Hopefully this won't take too long. This is actually a lot. It doesn't look like many, but it's 2,000. 2,000 litres on this one alone. It's going to be difficult to get that off, so I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm going to just fly about. I'm just going to take it from there. That should work. We'll stack them up in twos. Luckily, because it's 7,000 kind of units of eggs each pallet, it doesn't require me to do too much hauling. And then after we sell these eggs, we will progress probably into December time, or as close we can get to getting a good price for the grain. And then at that point we can go and have a look at the fields that we want to buy. It's not the easiest thing to do, this isn't. Next time I should probably not push them so far into them shelves, but it kind of looks tidy. Till I have to try and get them out with this. I mean, I'm doing an alright job so far. I don't mind doing this kind of stuff. It's fun, but I tell you what, the DLC that we got for the premium expansion, when we picked up that front loading kind of like pallet fork, kind of like fork attachment to the front, pallet fork attachment, that is an unbelievable addition. I think that could have been the best thing in the whole premium expansion for me. I mean, the new crops was really nice, but yeah, I just found that was a really useful tool to have. And it's crazy because I'm using a big telehandler here, the JCB one, but yeah, even that still, I feel like that's much easier to use in. It's really good to have like a pallet fork. It's like a forklift on the front of your tractor, and they're obviously easier to use than telehandlers and everything, especially when you're just doing this kind of stuff. But anyway, let's head out. We're gonna go. Yeah, I was gonna take that way, but that's blocked off. But we are gonna go to the George's Bakery, as I'm calling it, for where he picks up his donuts. And we're gonna sell it there. 30,000 units of eggs. That's a lot of eggs. Hopefully we should get some good money from this. What, 70 odd thousand, just under 80,000 I think it was, but then we've obviously got the extras as well coming from the 15% bonus we're going to get. So we're going to be well into the 850 mark. Hopefully anyway. Should be around there. Let's have a look at this now. It's probably going to be better to reverse into this. Just hoping I can get my trailer over that. Oh, that was I'm very proud of that. That was a decent decent manoeuvring skills there. And let's see this money roll in. Yep, they are all selling. I was worried that they weren't all in the trigger then, but they are. So can we get to the 850 mark? Are we going to be just shy of it? But with the precision farming, no, that's exactly what we got. So 837. I'm very happy with that, though. That's not too bad at all. See, it's weird. I reversed into that, but I can't I can't get back out. How did I do that? It's like magic. So we're at 837,000. That is incredible. We're well over that 650 target. So we're definitely going to be able to buy all the fields, which is great news. We've got 200, probably about 200,000 on top of that, I'd say. And we're going to have even more by the time we sold this silage. So I'm going to get set up for that. I'm going to progress time. It's going to be a little bit of work just to keep the animals fed and everything going into them winter months. But I will get set up. I'm going to probably haul with 2 tractors and trailers. So yeah, shouldn't be too bad. And I think I'll use the JCB on the new trailer, but at least we've got that new trailer to try out. But yeah, I'll skip forward into probably tail end of December or January. Depends on what price we get at the end of December. But we definitely want to get that done. I don't think there's anything else around that time to sell. We're going to have to just wait until May then. But reaping all these rewards from another busy year is paying off incredibly at the moment. Can't complain at all. Right, so welcome back. We're now in January, and you can see that I've got a mountain of wool. It's incredible. We've even got a lot of the clothes. Now, it takes so long for that to progress through, but we've got it. We've got 6,000 litres, and that's a lot when it comes to clothes. But the wool, each one of these is 5,000 litres, and we're doing really well. Just to give you a bit of an update on that, you can see that we're already at £296,000 worth of wool, and that's only going to grow because we're in January. So by May, the amount of wool we're producing right now is incredible. So that's going to be a lot of money. And then we've pretty much got clothes that's at 126,000, and that's going to be May. But what we're focusing on now is the dry wheat. So animals I've been looking after. The sheep are incredible. Like I said, they're just producing loads of wool. I keep giving them a top up every now and again with hay because the amount of food they require is insane as well. 40,000 litres a day, 1.4 million a year. But we're saved a lot by that with the grazing mod. That is doing, that is probably making up, I'd say at least 50% of that feed is from the grazing mod. So I keep topping it up and it's doing the job so far. Cows are quite happy just with the silage and the hay at the moment. Not been doing TMR, but they're still producing milk and ticking over a bit there. Same goes for these sheep. They're not producing anywhere near the amount that the 500 are because there's only 70, but they're still doing really well. And the chickens are consuming a lot of the feed at the moment. You can see that the wheat are stored 25,000 litres and we're pretty much 10,000's already gone in. So that's not bad at all. But what we want to do is we want to jump up to here. I've got the first 2 loads waiting to go. Pretty much around the maximum price. I think I'm like £20 just under. It kind of jumped up and then I thought it was going to stay and then it started going down. So I thought, oh no, I'm going to try and sell it. I don't want it to go down anymore. So even though it potentially could go up into day 2 or day 3 of January, but I don't think it's going to. So we're just going to make the most of what it is now. It's only £20 off the 580. And already this is turning out to be a lot of money. And that trailer over there is a lot bigger as well. So yeah, 50,000 for that. Not bad at all. God, the amount of money we've made in this episode is insane. Now to this one. So I think we've probably got maybe 3 trips left. I don't think it's going to do it on just 2 trailers. If we had a bigger trailer hitched to the Massey, we would, but no, we're going to need a 3rd load, I think. Then we're just going to be shy. But I don't mind doing it. If we're raking in the money, it's an easy task to do. Am I in the trigger there? I think I might be. So let's just have a look just to see how much we got left. We've got, 100,000, so we're definitely going to need 3 trips. But we're going to be over the million mark. We're going to be over the 1 million mark. And I know I owe a bit in loans, which we could easily pay off. But to be where we are right now, it's just insane. The amount of money we've made in year 4. No, year 3, sorry, because it is now year 4. It's just remarkable. It really is. Is that... I don't know what that is. That's a PTO. Is that from this tractor? Let's try and figure that out. It's from this. It's actually from that. It's a weird glitch, isn't it? Fair play. That is something new. Right, so let's get this following us again. Let's go and do a second time lapse now and get the final thing sold. We'll drive through the PTO glitch, which is weird, and we'll get it done. We're going to need 2, and then we'll just do the final trip as a third, so shouldn't take too long. It's not that much of a drive. I've been cutting across George's field, so hopefully you won't mind too much.
Will you just stop bloody faffing?
But I did place the sell point with the grain dryer all the way up the biogas plant. I think it's kind of like a nice middle ground. It's not too close, it's not too far.
And all the while you were waiting, I was waiting for you. I couldn't take the time off to do the things that you do, but I was waiting for the moment to be right to get me closer to you. I had a hunger in my heart enough to tear me apart, but I could manage if I knew to tell the end from the start. But I was thinking maybe you were thinking someone like me. I said, girl, you don't know what you're gonna get, girl. If you would place your bet on me, then we could steal a car and be free and drive out to the ocean bed. I can see the thoughts in your head. We can see the sunset red. Maybe we'd spend the night in the sand, and you can lay your head in my hand. I'll let you sing a song with my band. Oh, tell me if you wanna be free. Say you place your bet on me. I didn't know when I was running for you, and all the other girls they faded to the side of the view. Like a bullet, I was flying through the air to do whatever you do. I had a bad reputation of my manners too hot. It was a sad repetition that was falling apart. I never heard all the words, but now I listen to the things that you said. Let's travel to the ocean bed. I can see the thoughts in your head. We can see the sunset red. Maybe we spend the night in the sand, and you can lay your head in my hand. I'll let you sing a song with my band. Oh, tell me if you wanna be free. Say you place your bet on me and drive it to the ocean bed. I can see the thoughts in your head. We can see the sunset red. Maybe we spend the night in the sand, and you can lay your head in my hand. I'll let you sing a song with my band. Oh, tell me if you wanna be free. Say you place your bet on me.
Right, so there we have it. That's the end, technically, of year 3. I know we still got the wool and the clothes, but that's going to come well into year 4. But what a way to end it. 1.15 million. So £1,150,000 in the bank account. Insane amount of money. It really is. We made £276,000 from, obviously, our sole products, which is the dried grain. And yeah, we've got 40,000 extra on top. So incredible. Honestly, that's insane. I mean, I've got a lot to do for the next episode. Got to do a lot of prep work for GE. I've also got to, try and come up with a plan of what we focus on. Grass silage is, again, an important thing. And I think I'm going to use grass silage to pay off the loan. So if we have a look at the loan, we've got £300,000 in loan, but that's technically like one one chop of the grass, we can pay that off. So I think we focus on that. We use the money we've got now to get the fields down to this point here, and then improve on the harvesters, and then second cut, third cut silage, all that kind of stuff can just go in the bank account. Same for the eggs and the wool, the fabric and the clothes and everything like that that's turned out to be, really good money. So there's only really one thing left to do, and it's to spend some of that money on these fields. Now, I just want to, before I do that quickly, I just want to check the states. So they're all harvested, and then we've got one that's ploughed and the other one's cultivated. So they're perfect. So let's have a look at this one. That's 107,000. This one is 103. This one's the big one, 340. 88. And then we want this one for 80. And then we want that tiny little plot there, field 25. And that's now our new field. So I'm going to have to do the boundary again, go into GE and actually, sort out the hedges and everything, make it all look good. But if we just have a flyover, and we can have a look at exactly what we've done. I know it's relatively dark because we are in January. You can see the field that we've just done now is full of weeds. But we've got all this over here now to expand out to. It's insane. And then this section here, I'm going to change it up. I'm going to put a big shed in to store the harvesters in. Really, just at the start, that's all we're going to need. But then I'm going to put a couple of silos in for things like liquid fertilizer, something for lime as well. And I'm going to remove out this fence here, probably that gate, and I'm going to put a nice double gate in so we can have an entrance coming from the road to this section. And then this will all be open to work out into the field. It's going to be insane. It is. It's going to be a challenge, but a good one to do. And I think we've already done well. We've challenged ourselves quite a lot because of the fact that, look, we've got 400,000 left. And let's try and work this out now. 400,000 left. Ideally, you'd want about probably like 900,000 to be able to buy three, should I say, decent harvesters with the headers. So, 400,000 now. We've got that the wool to sell. So that'll bring us around 700,000. We've then got the clothes to sell. So about 830,000 plus the value of our harvesters now. So let's have a look at that. So we're going to be close to $1 million. So we should be able to do this. But I don't think we buy the harvesters anyway until, we need to harvest. So let's have a look at the crop calendar just to try and work this out. Harvest time, if we plant in March, is going to be November. So we've got plenty of time. We'll have 2 cuts of silage coming in. We'll use the first one probably to get the harvester, actually. So we've got it all in place because I'm probably going to need that for the final harvester. And then I think the second cut we use to pay off the loan. But by the time we're harvesting that big field, we'll have paid off the loan and we should have 3 brand new harvesters that are a big improvement on what we've got now. That's the aim. So next episode, we'll have a look at the combined field size. Right now we're at 23 acres, so I'm expecting it to be close to 50. I think it's going to be about a 50-acre field. So we'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at it as well with me taking out all the hedges and combining it together. We might mulch, get this field set up because we're going to have to focus on that. I might progress a bit of time as well. I might even get into about the month of March so we can start the proper field work in that episode. Probably not going to do it all in one episode because we've got to do lime, got to mulch, and we've also got to then direct seed in. But we'll try and get a good chunk of it done. I might even mulch it, combine it together, mulch it before the start of the episode, so at least I'm putting lime and maybe even start the seeding. And I think we're going to have to lease out a couple of big seeders to go on the Massey and the JCB to get it done. So it's going to be a challenge, tis. And thinking about the money we're at now, it's going to be, I don't know, we're going to need more for the shed, for the seeds, for the fertilizer, everything, all the buildings we want to put in, leasing out all the equipment that we need as well. So it's going to be difficult, even though we're sitting good money. It's going to be difficult. Let's just have a quick look at harvesters, because what I was looking at, these, see, that's not a bad harvester. Not bad at all, actually. Decent Lexington. It's kind of an upgrade. I think that's the one we've got now. See, that's not bad at all. as well. They're not bad options. I was looking at about 300,000, but that for 196 is, yeah, a good choice. What I really wanted was one of these, the ones from LSFM. These beast harvesters are incredible, but the 300k, and that's with just the standard edition, but they just look so good. I mean, if we had 3 of them going, that would be really good. So we'll have to just look where we're at for money. But at least we know, worst case scenario, we can go down. I mean, that's not bad, but I actually prefer the look of this. This Lexington 740. And I think for, it holds 9,000, which isn't too bad. It's not bad at all. We can even put numbers on. We can have like 1, 2, 3. I think we should do that. That's not a bad idea, is it? The colour of the glass. So yeah, that's a good option to have. I mean, if we can have a look at the headers, 10.8 it says is the biggest one it can go for with that. But I know the other ones, yeah, we can have a much bigger option. We actually look in class harvester pack. You can see that we can go pretty much up to 13.8, but it's a lot of money. You're probably looking at around 10 meters. But in comparison to what we're running right now, 7.5s, that's a big improvement. That'd be 30 meters per pass if we got 3 harvesters, if we got a 10-meter header on each one. But there's a lot to plan out. I think this is only the start of it now, and the more fields we get, the bigger harvest we do, the more demand and the more work that's going to be needed to put in. But I still think we need to upgrade on these harvesters. As good as they are, I think with the size field we're doing now, we need to start upgrading our fleet and making sure we actually expand out as well. So we'll have a look. I'll progress through into March, do the GE work, get everything set up, see if I can do a bit of a head start as well. But yeah, lots of work ahead, but looking forward to getting out in that field again and doing it, because it's going to be one hell of a harvest. But on that note, I am going to leave the video there. So thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, because that does help me out. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.